Tuesday evening to you. We're going to begin tonight at the Rotary Club of Little Rock, where the LEARNS Act topped the agenda today. The Secretary of Education, Jacob Oliva, was on hand to discuss its ongoing implementation.
Channel 7's Ashley Lunningham was there for the discussion today. She joins us now live with more. Ashley.
Yeah, Chris, Beth, the LEARNS Act has left many Arkansans divided and with questions on some of the requirements for the law. Today, among some of the topics the panel discussed was the volunteer hour requirement, teacher pay, and answers to the criticism that taxpayers' money is going away from public schools.
The LEARNS Act nearing the completion of its first year implemented in Arkansas schools. In the law, it states 75 community service hours are required for high school students to graduate. Some parents saying this puts a burden on working parents and students who have extracurriculars.
We know there's some real special circumstances for some of our students that may struggle to meet the needs of these requirements. Well, we're not going to let that hold a student back from graduating from high school. We're going to work with that school. We're going to work with these families to make sure they can get this across the finish line.
Arkansas Secretary of Education Jacob Oliva says they plan to work with schools for volunteer hours to be completed during the school day. Jacksonville North Pulaski School District Superintendent Jeremy Owa says they have already set that in motion.
We also provide opportunities right there in the vicinity of the high school that will allow our young people to be readily accessible for those community service opportunities.
Another stipulation of LEARNS is increasing teachers' starting pay to $50,000. OS says making his pay scale for teachers was a challenge, and he says smaller districts expressed to him that it produced a bigger challenge for them. But OS says it has also been beneficial.
Last year, we started the school year with double-digit vacancies. This year, there were single digits. And going into next year, one of my largest elementary schools, about 800 students, only has one vacancy.
A criticism of the LEARNS Act has been that school choice is taking away public education funds. But Oliva says scholarship programs similar to the LEARNS school vouchers have been around for years and assures this will not take funds away.
If a school district does lose students over time, they get declining enrollment, additional dollars to help sustain some of the loss of those students. So it's really not diverting from one place to another. It's really about empowering parents and making sure that if they do want to choose other options, those options are obtainable.
Now, Oliva did say they've heard a lot about how they're going to hold the schools that use vouchers accountable. And he says they're still laying out those specific requirements at this time, but they assure that they are going to hold those schools accountable just in the same capacity as they would a public school. In Little Rock, on your side, I'm Ashley Lunningham.